Hi everyone. I just wanted to show you a little bit how I play with the Copic airbrush. I actually expected this to be a lot larger when I actually received it, but it isn't. It's lovely to fit in the hand. This control here, this is where the air actually, the pressure comes from. When you press this, if you press it firmly, then you get lots of air out, so you get a much bigger coverage, if you like, a more dense coverage. If you press it lightly, then you only get a fine mist. And when it comes, it actually tells you to use with the markers, the Copic sketch markers or ordinary markers. But I have found that the cheaper alternative, you can actually work with that too. All it means is you need a little bit of tack. It can be either blue tack or the white tack that I'm using. You place it just at the well, it's like a well where the pen fits into, and you always use the chisel tip end of the marker. And all you do with these ones is you push it in so that it comes out the bottom still, and the tack actually holds it in place so that you can put it where you want it. And I don't know if you can see that, but the nib where the air comes out roughly goes halfway in the middle of that chisel tip, and that's how it works. Of course, with the sketch markers, you don't need that. Just remove that out. It actually clicks into place for you. I'll just show you. I keep my tack on the end there, so it's always to hand if I need it. So the chisel tip on the sketch marker goes in exactly the same way, but you'll hear it click into position. There we go, you heard the click. So that actually clicks it into position. So I'm going to show you quite an easy tutorial just to show you how the different pressures work with it. And I'm going to start with the lightest, well, one of the light greys, and it's a warm grey. It's W0. So I'm going to start with that one. I'm just going to make a little bit of a scene for you so you can actually see how it works. So I've started by cutting a circle out of a piece of card, scrap card, and I'm going to lay that over my card. This is going to be my moon. It's going to be a night scene, so I'm just going to lay that where I want it on the card. I'm going to turn on the machine. Hopefully it won't make too much noise and you'll still be able to hear me. So I always have a scrap piece of paper to hand, purely so I can just test that it's working. A few little, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So, and I always work brilliant phone books, because you can, once it's dirty, you can rip the page off and you've got a fresh page underneath. So I'm just going to do inside where the punched circle area. And I'm just going to start off very lightly. What they say is if you keep it moving, you get a better coverage. So just very lightly, and I'm just going to, you can hear, I'm just depressing it ever so slightly in little sharp bursts. And sometimes if you press and then let it settle, let that mist settle, it doesn't look as if it's doing anything, but it actually is. So if I lift that, just check that I've got that there. Need a little bit more. So it's very faint. I'm hoping that you can see that. Just there. Okay, I'm going to move on to another colour. I'll just turn that noisy machine off for a while. So I'm going to work with my darkest shade first. No, I'm not. I'm going to work with the lighter one actually. And because this is going to be a scene, I want some hills about and things like that. I'm going to use a piece of card and I'm just going to tear a few hills in. As you can see, it's nothing special, it's just a torn piece of card. And I'm going to lay that over there. Now, where I put that moon, I want that to stay that that light shade. So I'm going to just place a circle back over the top. Now you can get something which is it's a masking film which actually clings to the paper and you peel it off later. I'm going to end up with a blue finger here because mine hasn't arrived yet. But I would imagine it's going to be quite good when it does arrive because it means I no longer have coloured fingers. Okay, so click that back into place again. And this one that I'm working with is B45, which is a smoky blue. And I'll set 2 again. Noisy machine back on. Okay, so again I'll try it on my paper and you can see this one's a lot darker. I'm going to hold that in position while I hold the other piece down with my thumb, and I'm just going to gently right across that ridge, building the colour as I go. I'll just put that back a second and I'm going to change the colour